afternoon.
Coach, I've always got the easy question for you to start. You come from a long line of coaches. Your dad's a coach, you're a coach, brother's a coach, kids are coaches. What does that mean, that profession, to be a coach that you're doing, for a lifetime?
I feel very blessed. Two uncles who were coaches too. Every time I watched the movie, my cousin Vinny and Marissa Torme starts out talking about her dad was a mechanic, her two uncles were a mechanic, her brothers are a mechanic, her other brother's a mechanic. I mean, that's the image I always, it resonates with me.
Thanks, Coach. Why isn't JJ here?
We traditionally bring the guys that are fourth or fifth year players, and believe me, every guy back in Ann Arbor knows exactly why the three guys, Mike Samerstill, Chris Jenkins, and Blake Corum, are here. They are walking, talking infomercials for what a football player, should be. What a Michigan football player, what we think of it. They're great. Now there's none better than those three for sure, and we have probably 30 some, right there with them, still back in Ann Arbor, and I can promise you that all the guys back in Ann Arbor are proud of those three that are here today.
I know it's silly that he's like one of two returning quarterbacks. It's kind of like a status thing. Did you have to have a conversation with him about it? About why he wasn't?
Jim, are you expecting to coach the first 4 games of this season?
Well, you've been here all day. I mean, I think you understand that that I can't comment on any aspect of that situation.
Can you comment on what the experience has been like going through this, or is it?
Can't comment on any aspect of it. And I always treat everything like a football game. And every time, win or lose, I mean, I come to this podium or this stage since 1982. I could go back and been on this stage. Sure, I'm as a football player, football coach, lay it all out there. But this is one of those situations where I cannot do that.
How do you prepare your team if you won't be able to coach those games? What happens then?
Just again, no matter how you frame the question, I mean, I can't. Not at liberty.
Who's the head coach if you're not?
Unable to talk about any aspect.
Jim, last year, you would just describe, you didn't mention their names, Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant as being gifts from the football gods. Is there any?
And I'm with you too. I hope you know that. I'm with you. I understand. I'm with you. We've never been with each other before, but I am with you.
Are there any freshmen that you feel could have that same type of, not necessarily the same capability, but similar capability as Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, guys that really impressed you in your run?
The same. That's maybe. I know I described them as the two as gifts from the football gods. Are we referencing back to that? It's a really good class. Mid-year guys, the guys that just came in as well. I mean, it's a lot of fun. They're going through some of the growth of being a freshman. The unbelievable cool thing is, as we sit here July 27, 2023, it's people call it attitude, people call it culture. Where the team at? It's in the best place it's been in, since I arrived in 2015. Many people have poured into that, right? So going back to 2015, great Michigan men have poured into to that to the point of now it's a walk in the park as a coach, to where I go, just watch Blake. Really study him, then emulate him, copy him, and then go see if you can make him proud of you. You know, watch Chris Jenkins. Really study him, and then go see if you can make him proud of you. And 30 other guys that's what we're able to do because many of them studied Aiden Hutchinson, you know, or Jake Butt. It's been a long line.
Coach Cade McNamara, what did
Cultural momentum.
Cade McNamara, what did he mean to your program just during his time here, and to beat Ohio State for the first time in 10 years to win a Big Ten title? Just talk about his impact on your football program.
Huge, huge. Yeah, there's a great love for Cade. Pulling hard for Cade, praying for Cade, and it tells me he's in a great place, and things are going great for him. And there with Eric All, that another favorite, another beloved son. Cade to all of us. I mean, we go back a long way, and there's somebody that went into a game in 2020. We were down 17 points, and just started bringing us back. I mean, right from the minute he went into the game, got a big hit right before halftime, and then saw the gravel and the gut that he had, and brought our team back for an overtime win, and then took off from there. And we beat Ohio State, won the Big Ten championship. I mean, he would be one of those great Michigan men. And now he's a Hawkeye, but love hasn't changed.
Hey Jim, a little off topic. This is the 40th year of the Colts moving from Baltimore to Indianapolis. And you were a key player in some of the most important teams early on here in Indianapolis. Can you give me some of your thoughts, some of your great memories? Obviously, it puts a big smile on your face.
It does. Yeah, warms the cockles of the heart to remember some of those days. Yeah, just hard to put into words. It was, at a time in my life where I had my nose bloodied, coming from a team, coming from Chicago, and then to be welcomed here into this team, this organization. The Horseshoe has a special place in my heart. The teammates too, the coaches, Ted Marchibroda, Lindy Infante, Ron Blackledge, so many of those great guys that have influenced my career wouldn't be where I am, without those great men and super teammates. I mean, there was, and I know I've referenced it. I mean, some of the folks here could tell you. I mean, we were talking about our 21 team at Michigan was so similar to our 95 Colts team, where everybody contributed, everybody played a role in the team's success. Everybody was happy for the other guy's success. Very, very cool, very similar. Brings back great memories.
Coach Josiah told us this spring that he felt like he had something to prove coming in. What did he show you in the spring, and what did he prove to you?
Yeah, Josiah Stewart is one of four guys that I would consider a starting edge right now. And it's going to be much like Cade and JJ last year, where, we may find out in training camp who the two best are, who the starters are. We may not. That might be something that goes into the season. We may start 2 one game and 2 the other game, and it could be that kind of scenario. You don't know till you know. But he's definitely somebody that, and he does it in a great way. A different way. I mean, he's got this lower pad level. He gets under everybody so fast and so quick. I mean, he can really rush the quarterback and in a much even better position than he was in the spring in terms of knowing the system and knowing his role in the defense.
Jim, your team is supposed to visit the U.S. Holocaust Museum in Farmington Hills, the U.S. win Indianapolis?
That was Jordan Acker, one of our regents, had called me up and suggested it, and it's a great idea. Teams always wants to learn and connect, and that was a tremendous opportunity, and we're about it. That's what we're about. We're about it in every opportunity to learn and grow.
Do you have a potential Isaiah Gash on this team? Somebody that not maybe a lot of people know about, but can come in and help you win a game?
Oh yeah, we sure do. And Isaiah is not going to be on the team. He's medically retired, but there's going to be. I mean, you look back. I mean, we had nine preferred walk-ons that played in the Ohio State game this past year. Joe Taylor, I mean, had an incredible game against TCU. A lot of guys. Peyton O'Leary, what he showed in the spring, and more. I mean, you start naming names, and some guys think that they're not in that group. There's a lot of guys who have the license and the ability to make a big impact on our team.
Jim, you guys added a beat Georgia drill in practice in the spring. Could you kind of explain what it is and why you decided to add it?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like our good friend Ric Flair. I mean, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And wanted to emphasize it.
Can you give us a woo? Ric Flair woo?
That's one thing I wish I was better at. I wish I was better at that. There's only one person that can give a woo.
You're talking about transfers. Henderson.
Take quarterback competition into the start of the season. What did those game situations tell you that maybe you didn't know?
I didn't hear the first part of the question.
What did you gain from taking the quarterback competition into the start of the regular season last year and getting actual game data, I guess, to make the final decision?
I think you just said it all right there. That's what it was. It was just too close to call in the practice environment. And there's no question that practice predicts game performance, but nothing predicts game performance like game performance. And I just felt the fairest thing to do was it needed to go into overtime into the season.
Did the schedule last year allow you to do that? If you had to open against a Big Ten opponent, would that have been tougher to do?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's just what it required, and I think it's just more of a. It's really more of a quarterback thing usually. You know, that becomes a big story or a big game, a big thing. You know, but any position, including the quarterback. I mean, nobody really owns the position. I mean, if you really looked at it, I mean, they're leasing it best. You know, I mean, it's something I understood as a player. I mean, and most everybody else is renting. You know, like leasing would be a month. Like you got 4 games. If you don't do well for 4 games, I mean, somebody else is possibly sitting there that could, you know, pay more rent. I mean, you got to pay the rent. But it's very highlighted at quarterback. But you know, really, that is the nature of football, the beauty of football. That you know, you don't own a position. You gotta earn it. You gotta pay the rent every game.
When you make that call, though, how much of it is driven by data, and how much of it is driven by just a gut feel that this is now the guy. This is the guy that has whatever it is you're looking for.
Yeah, that means as much as can be objective and there's some objective, subjective. I mean, much of it, you know, as much as you possibly can, objective. Yeah. I mean, gut feel. I've never been a big fan of that. Somebody says their gut. You know, I had a gut feeling. you sure that wasn't gas? You know, I've just never been a big fan of, you know, making any decisions over gut feeling.
Jim, are you concerned